these little tidbits, like if you can give to the culture, like, you know what I'm saying, we drop them don't get me wrong, we drop them every episode, but those things gives us ammo for use to, you know what I'm saying, defense when people are attacking our culture and attacking us in general, you know what I mean? African booty scratcher. Yep. No, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? So like when we get attacked, it's because we don't know our surroundings and our culture and our history. And when we get lost, it's because we don't know our surroundings, our culture, and history.
Okay.
For sure. So to be found is to lead through knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Lead through knowledge, lead through examples, lead through history, and lead through knowledge. And that's at Kush Konvos, that's what we're aiming to bring you. And in episodes like this, we're aiming to bridge the gap so that then someone in my shoes can tell you as a viewer who probably never been around any continental Africans or any of the other culture that is, you know, since it's possible at the end of the day, you know, it's possible that we can all share a new culture, which is, you know, saying one, being African Americans and Africans here in this, you know, saying this country. I don't know how long we're gonna be here for, but you know, so while we're here,
hopefully not a long time.
I felt that in everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but you know what I'm saying, while we're here, we should be together. We should be always one. We should know as much as I know about Alabama.
Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama. I should know there's an African town in Alabama.
Yeah. Yes,
you
sir.
know, I should know, you know, where my brother right here come from. I should know where my brother right here come from. I should know where my other brother right here come from, and what they had to go through and endure. You know, I know we have our own history here as African American history. You know, but what we lack at is what we don't know, and that's really bridging the gap. If there's any way to bridge it,
for sure,
that's the first foundation laid, and then once we get the foundation laid, and for knowledge, history, culture, I feel like it's going to be embraced. It's going to be embraced by, we already embrace it, you know. So we're wearing dashikis. I'm not trying to say like we're culture appropriate, because it's us. We can't culture vulture anything. That's us.
You are,
that's right.
You know, it's not like Nancy Pelosi Kaepernick and
what you can do,
you're not
what
Rachel
you can do is,
you know,
we're not Rachel Nichols.
Exactly. What you can do is step out there and look like a dumbass and don't know anything that why they wore the shakis. You know what I'm saying? Why Jollof was come from jambalaya. Why they even had to make that?
Or jambalaya comes from jollof.
But why they even had to make that?
Exactly.
They just named it the same thing. Like, hey,
there's a reason. There's a reason behind all that, and once we have that reason, is when we have a foundation.
For
and
sure,
the foundation is what we can build from. You can't build without a foundation, and that's when we need to do is to bridge the gap. We need to establish a foundation. That foundation is knowledge.
Yep. And to build on that knowledge, right, you have to seek it. Right?
They have to seek it. Like I seek not like they say some stuff all the time. Like when I'm editing and cutting and stuff, like I go research real fast. Yeah. So like one, I'm not putting a picture that doesn't have to go with that, and two, like for myself, you know, so I don't look like a dummy when they talking about it, you know. So it's all about self-awareness and knowledge. So, you know, once you seek it, it's from counsel, it's from reading, it's from opening your heart, your soul, you know what I mean, to it, you know. So that's where it starts at. It's
and
foundation.
Also going to these places. Like, it's cool to read about something, but that's not gonna, the way you're gonna feel the
it's interacting.
Yes, you're not gonna feel that.
If you can't go to the festivals, you go to the restaurants. You know what I mean? They talk. I've been to so many Ethiopian restaurants where they just talk to me like I'm family.
Yeah, wow. So, wait. Like, one more time. One more time. You've been to African restaurants where they do what?
They talk to you like they're your family. You know, I can ask a question, like, you know, they'll tell me like how to cook it, how to prepare it,
what's in
Kush bomb, what's in it, and everything like that.
Yo, Oh, I've never been taught how to make an African meal from a
they tell me the gist. There's probably a lot more to it, but with that secret sauce, man. There's probably a lot more to it. But they tell me like if I really wanted to learn, I probably could go back there and they'd probably teach me.
There we go.
And that's what we need. We need that open aspect. That's from both sides of the culture. That's from both sides. That's from us African Americans inviting Africans to our events and to our
vice versa.
Vice versa. And showing up proud with both cultures. You know what I'm saying? So, and like just to go off what Kush said earlier, once we come together with that culture and everything like that, we're able to be as one. We
find that identity. We dignify and find that identity.
Exactly. So like it's not more so choosing our identity, it's becoming one with our identity.
There you go.
And that's the thing that we need to get to, and that's the thing that's going to bridge the gap. That's the thing that's going to lay the foundation to us being one. Like I said, being a whole new culture, being a whole new awareness, a culture of all our surroundings. Like you ain't gonna be able to tell us nothing. When I say like we get ammo from reading books, interacting with each other, you're not gonna be able to tell us anything. You're not gonna be able to tell us like, yo, some white dude invented the light.
You see, right. Yeah. Right. Now, Brother Ochanda, Brother William, if you guys have any tidbits to add on.
I do actually. So to end, you speak on actually going to these places. So I want to ask you, which African country
I knew that was coming.
would you love to go to?
Yeah.
All right. I know it's hard.
Yeah.
So my world tour.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
We got a world tour.
Hey, not your girls tour though.
Yeah.
My world tour.
Yeah.
Are you on your world tour or your girls tour?
Yeah.
It's her tour too.
Facts. Yeah. Put her on.
All right. I know I said, I'm tired of South Africa, but that's where I'll start first.
There we go.
That's
where Kawhi Leonard's from.
Yeah. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my God.
Shout out to load
Seriously,
management.
man, you should watch.
I know, bro.
A couple places. I definitely want to visit the jungle. Mm-hmm. That's hands down. I know that
like a safari type.
Yeah.
You gotta
I definitely want to see that. I gotta see lions. I gotta see, all that in the wilderness.
You know what I mean?
I'm not talking about just going to a zoo and seeing a lion. That's they brought me here 10 years ago and they still ain't killed me off.
Yeah.
No, I want to see one that's like on the mountain.
He active.
Yeah.
Like y'all stop. It's over for y'all. Yeah. So that aspect, I want to see that. Obviously, Egypt. Obviously,
Egypt is actually
Kemet,
not an option
Kemet.
on this. On this selection list.
Yeah, well then we're gonna go.
Yeah, we're Kush, right? We're not Kemet, man.
As you guys were saying, in the U.S., those are our ops.
Yeah,
so.
That's
I can see that then. Ethiopia, Congo.
Shout out to the Congo. Shout out to Ethiopia.
Rwanda. After I seen that one movie, man.
Hotel.
Yeah, the Hotel Rwanda.
Okay,
and that was a positive movie
for you.
From aspect of like not sugarcoating, giving us something that wasn't.
Learned about ethnicities and stuff.
I learned how my thinking got like to where they come from now. Like, oh man, they come from some back. Was because of that movie.
Yes, sir.
Was because of that movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
and the great thing about Rwanda, it's actually probably now the safest, cleanest city in Africa.
And that's why. But just coming from that, like that thinking right there is like, I finally got vision with like. What y'all was going through, you know what I'm saying? It probably wasn't the best visuals, but it tried.
It's okay.
Yeah. As you guys, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to
shout out to Don Cheadle, man.
Yeah, right. It was a great movie. So that'd be the start of the world tour. Obviously, I would love to hit every country.
Right. There's a lot to choose from.
52.
By the way,
52. I didn't know that.
I want to know what country you brothers would like to go to.
Go ahead, Kush.
What country would you like to bring your people to?
First things first, before going anywhere within Africa, I would just like to soak in the land that my ancestors have inhabited. Like I said, people know me for being able to name things and know things in history. I have no visualization of it though.
That's why, yeah.
That's what really hurts me at the end of the day. Like I could speak on my Wood County. I could speak on anything east of the Nile River, but I've never been there. You know, so it's like you have this, but I mean, what do you have to show for it? You know, so for me, I would love to really just walk the lands that my ancestors walked, you know.
And where's that
outside of that though? Outside, of course, we'd all like to go to.
No. Just for those that don't know.
What place is it that you're referencing for those that are not in your brain?
Okay, well, what I mean, what I was referencing to just right now is Upper Nile State.
In what country is that in?
South Sudan, to be exact. Okay. Sudan as a whole, because I'm an indigenous man. Like
he just mentioned it.
Until these episodes, I didn't know that.
I mean, you could call it South Sudan, but to my folks and my brothers here, we've been around since before the borders.
Yeah. And what kingdom is that?
Kush.
Kush Kingdom.
Say with your chest, man.
Kush. Yeah. There we go.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, I really want to tap into West Africa.
Which part?
You know, I mean, honestly, let me start with Mali.
All right.
I mean, we're
former French Sudan.
Yeah, we're the
they party in Mali, huh?
We're the
Mali. We like to party.
We don't trouble.
Sometimes I go through Snapchat and I go through the African country and I'm like, these motherfuckers don't sleep.
No, they don't. What I was gonna say is, shout out to the Mali Empire. I'm gonna start there because the Mali Empire, if you look at through the history, that's where the Bantu migration stems and starts from. Like right there.
Hey.
Like that's where that shit starts.
Hey.
So like we speak on Nilotes, we're Nilotic, so we're Kush.
Yeah.
But there is other language groups that have existed for so long.
Let's go Kush.
So
shout out to all of them.
I want to meet everybody within our language family tree.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is brought to you by your tour guide, Kush. Right
over here, he's an art story and a tour guide, man.
Over here we have
Any other place?
No, that's it for me, my brother.
That's a start. That's a start.
That's a start. Jalu American, you know?
Just Jalu. From the 254. No, it's like, for me, I'll answer two things. Not only which country that I'd like to go to, but also a last tidbit. We left, by the way.
Tidbit first, actually.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You can do that. Thank you, first, to coming from behind the camera to being in front of the camera. A tidbit that I would like to start off with before I say the country is that you talked about knowledge, and that goes back to information. And both sides, on a large part, lack information about each other.
Definitely.
Right? We're two brothers and two sisters that have been separated for so long, and that's why a lot of
relatives.
That's why a lot of the disunity happens, right? But the information can come from a media house like the Green Room Studios that produces a show like Kush Konvos. And I'll name some other media houses as well and other podcasts. For those that don't know, go ahead and check out these. Wode Maya, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I see you traveling around Africa.
Shout out to you showing South Sudan love. Like, you made sure to portray a very positive image, man. So for you, shout out to you, man. You blessed for that, man.
And shout out to you for also being Pan-African by getting a Kenyan girlfriend. Yeah, I know that, by the way.
He had that Sukuma Wiki, man. He's like, he couldn't go back.
There we go. Shout out.
Is that?
It's collard greens.
We have collard greens.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. Sukuma Wiki. So Wode Maye's YouTube channel, check him out. Check out Search for Uhuru. This is by Dynast Amir. He also does the things on the same level as Wode Maya by traveling African countries. And he's an African American brother that is based out, well, he started out of Sacramento. And one day he just said, I need to go on a trip. And he started off with Tanzania. And ever since then, he goes all across Africa. And now he heads an African travel agency where he takes African Americans back to Africa.
I'm still tripping off of collard greens.
I'm hungry too.
Where do you think you guys got it from?
Yeah, where did you
No. So going back, collard greens didn't start in the South.
Nah. It's a staple food in Kenya.
No, I'm agreeing with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with y'all.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, without the knowledge, like, that's crazy.
Yo,
so
by the way, shout out to Jabril, by the way, Passport Heavy.
Passport Heavy, check out that YouTube channel. Yep. Check out Bitter Medicine, our Baba Koku. Check out his and the Pro Black Perspective by Onitase Kumat. Those are my tidbit. And why and why I say that, right, with these media houses that do what we do, that are Pan-African, right, that are showcasing not just the continent, but the African Caribbean islands, the Latino community in Central and South America.
Shout out to Brazil.
But this is what Garvey did. Garvey and his organization of the UNIA had newspapers.
Can you please repeat that?
Yeah, may our netter, the Lul netter, Nyakalanga and Okongo, right? Bless Garvey and the UNIA because they started a media house, a printing press called the Black Man Newspaper, and they informed the Africans of the Western Hemisphere and the Caribbean, North America, South America, and Central America about what was going on back home.
Yes.
Because they had journalists and chapters of the UNIA in the continent.
If you want more information on that, tune in to the first episode.
UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association.
So why I bring that up and why that ties in with the relevance of that is that's what we're doing on a small scale. We're not Garvey. I'm not saying that. So please, Garveyites, please don't attack Kush Konvos. But what I am saying is that Garvey said that for a large part, the African is disorganized. We can bring that organization just like those other YouTube channels that I had mentioned. Thank you guys, by the way, for those YouTube channels that I mentioned.
Appreciate y'all, for real.
And the second thing, to answer your question, which African country that I'd go to?
I gotta hear this.
Yeah, I have. This country not only has significance in my research and learning. You said Wakanda?
Chanda from Wakanda.
Chanda from Wakanda.
It's okay. Listen, we all
stay grounded.
Stay grounded.
We all want to go there.
And by the way, Max, I'm proud of you, man.
You gonna buy me a Prada bag?
Nah. So the country that, in my heart, that I have had family members that have married into our family from this country. And also I have family members from my Kenyan side that have lived in the cities in this country. And they've said that if the job contract had continued, they would remain in this country. And that country is the first republic of Africa, Liberia.
I knew it. See,
LIB.
I was going to say Liberia.
LIB.
Shout out to
LIB. Shout out to all the Liberians, man.
Shout out to Liberia, America's neglected son.
And one other and one other tidbit that just to add on to Liberia. One other tidbit.
Monrovia, James Monroe.
I actually got that one. So I can laugh at that one. I got that one.
One other tidbit, just real quick, is that prior to all the constitutions that have changed in the past 60 years,
yes, sir.
In the beginning of Liberia's formation, Liberia had counties, right? Now they have like Himba County, I forget, Bassa County, right? But before, when they started Liberia, they had counties named after the enslaved Africans that were freed that went back. So they had Kentucky County, they had a Mississippi County.
Shout out to the SIP.
So
the capital, James Monroe, Monrovia.
Again, man, Liberia holds a dear place in my heart.
So
nice.
I'll give you guys two of my choices, man.
That you haven't been to.
All right, it's getting
International Maxwell.
Worldwide Warrior.
So, please choose that you haven't been to.
I already mentioned like Kigali earlier, but on an earlier episode. So two places I'd like to go.
Yes, sir.
Is Senegal, Dakar.
Wow.
Big shout out to our cousins, man, in Dakar.
Yep.
Shout out Akon, man.
To the man.
Shout out to Wolof.
Yeah.
I know y'all, man. Y'all came from me.
And now I haven't been to Southern Africa, so I would love to go to Mozambique.
I was going to say Mozambique for me.
Yeah. I need to get on
Maputo.
Maputo. I need to get that chili. You guys got that super spicy chili down there, man. I know you got them pristine beaches down there as well.
What's interesting about Mozambique, and I'm sorry, like this is drawn out as long as it has, but
but they love us.
Big shout out to Mozambique. Mozambique was actually the forefront where Shaka Zulu in the late 1800s would encounter the German and the Dutch. So they speak on him being South African, but nobody speaks on the fact that he was geographically from Mozambique. Yeah. And today, KwaZulu-Natal, shout out to y'all. Big respect. As long as y'all been around, Zulu Mandela. Shout out to the great ancestor.
Wow. He not only knows dates, but he knows other languages too.
Yeah, no, that's the patriarchs. That's Shaka Zulu's great grandfather.
We're gonna have history corner with Kush.
Wait, Kush, coming
where he just give you little tidbits of history. Well, it's gonna be like Bob Barker, like that's how we're gonna present it. Like
the price is right.
Oh yeah, reading Rainbow type, PBS type history corner with him. He's just gonna give you like little
reading
history.
Rainbow, no Kunta Kinte.
They can.
Because we're in space, we're in Star Trek. We're not on a plantation. He had them glasses on.
He's charged up. He's charged up. So they can hear about, or they can watch Kush, they can watch Ochanda, they can watch Warrium all the time, but they can't always see you. Eric, where can the audience, not only viewing but also listening, where can they reach out to you if they have any questions?
So, with this nice network, nice show that we have, you can definitely view the editing skills and the directing skills on that. But this room that we're in is called the Professional Green Room Studio. You can follow us on Facebook.
Squad.
You can also follow us on IG.
Squad.
Right? Personally, I'm the owner and head guy over at Elevated Visuals. That's my sole company. I do individual videography.
You're a videographer as well.
Events. I'm everything.
He's a Renaissance man.
Wow.
Everything you need.
He's a Kushite man.
North Omaha.
Everything.
He's a Kushite man. Yeah. Let's get those European terms out of here. He's a Kushite man.
Like that. We like that.
Exactly.
Right,
so you can also follow me on Facebook with Elevated Visual. That's with an 8, ELEV8D visuals. Again, I will put it on the bottom. Because I do it. I know he always say, it will be on the bottom, but I'm the person that does that. But you can reach out with any ideas. Like I said, they came to me with a toothpick and a string, and this is what we created.
Dream big and manifest.
Yeah, so that's real big. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to hear everybody's idea, and if I can't help you create the idea, I at least help you get it started, get you pointed in the right way, and that's what we offer here at the Professional Green Room Studio. It's just knowledge, fun working environment, where we all learn. We learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? There's been days where we've been in here 2 or 3 hours just learning off each other. So that's why I just basically want to say about what we're doing over here as far as saying Kush Konvos and other productions that we do and things that we do. So look us up and you won't be disappointed.
For the audience out there that is viewing as well as listening, if you are a little shy on reaching out to Eric, you want to reach out to us, not only if you have a service, a product, a program, an organization, reach out to us. But Kush, how can they reach out to Kush Konvos Podcast and do
this? The best way to get a hold of us, please follow us through social media on our handles, Snapchat, IG, Twitter, and Facebook, Kush Konvos Podcast. And for any direct questions, please email us at kushconversations101@gmail.com. Kush G-O-D, Kush Konvos. Drop a Kush bomb. We out.
Yes.
Finally. Yeah.